Well, how y'all doing? How about that shit? We made it to Friday. Yep. By the time you see this, Friday's over with. Get out of here. Friday's over with and we're ready for the weekend. How about that shit? I like it. Anyway, what's going on? How you like this shirt? Shirt says, Texans against Trump. Well, that's me. I'm definitely a Texan, and I'm definitely against that butthead. Anyway, that came from Mary Kay Whittington. She's in Columbus, Ohio, and she's from Ohio, and she sent me a Texas shirt. That's pretty cool. I know what her heart lies, though, because I checked her out, and she kind of likes old Molly Ivins. And anybody that likes Molly Ivins, well, they're okay in my book. They've got a good sense of humor. And so, Mary Kay, I appreciate that very much. And welcome to the shirt family there. Anyway, what's the Orange Anus up to today? Well, little sucker's out tweeting again, like that's news. He does it every day. Anyway, he tweets out, despite so many false statements and lies, total and complete vindication. Wow, Comey's a leaker. That's what he tweeted out. First, let's break down that thing. Despite so many false statements and lies, yeah, false statements and lies, no matter how many, and you're still made it to the presidency. Ain't that some shit, Donnie boy? Out of all the false statements and lies that have fallen out of your foul mouth, you still became president. That's what's just unbelievable. And that the whole world sees you're a liar, they voted your ass in anyway. Not me, baby. Complete vindication? I don't think so, buddy. I saw the testimony. I don't think you were vindicated at all. What, you think because Trump himself is not under investigation? Well, that changed. That changed, didn't it? You want to ask that question now? Donnie boy, is the president under investigation? Because you bet your ass he is. Oh, man, you can't turn over a rock without finding a Russian. We found out the whole freaking group's in bed with Russia. Everybody. Jeff Sessions, it was just reported that after Comey went up into closed session, that he revealed that Jeff Sessions had a third undisclosed meeting with Russians again. Are you shitting me? How many did you leave out accidentally? Forget all that shit there, Jeffy boy. You people seem to be forgetting a whole lot of shit. His lawyer, Kasowitz, came out screaming about, I hear my dogs up there howling around. That means Mama's outside on the porch and they go crazy when they're left in there by themselves. If you can hear that. Anyway, Kasowitz, Trump's attorney, he came out screaming, oh, it's all clear now that, Comey's a leaker and he leaked this information before Trump did out his tweet. No, that's bullshit, buddy. The tweet came out on May 12th. The story hit the newspaper on May 16th. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. He can't follow a timeline. But I do have a suspect of myself of looking into that shit because they said that the prepared statement that he had handed out, that he took the time to write out what he's going to say, was full of typos and misspellings. So, if your attorney is handing out information on paper and everything in there is a typo or a misspell, buddy, he's not too high up on the educational chart, is he? I think you need to find you another lawyer. Oh, that's right, you can't find one because nobody wants your stinking shit, Donnie. President Dick Tiny Balls don't got nobody. Nobody wants his ass. But now, speaking of Russia shit, Trump wants to return those 2 properties. Remember Obama when he expelled those 35 Russians and took those 2 properties away from the Russians because that's what they were using to use their spying shit in trying to influence this election? And Obama kicked them out? Yep, well, old Tiny Dick wants to give it back. Go figure that! Who would have thought that except everybody? Everybody knows. Everybody knows that you're going to try to do as much as you can for the Russians. That's your job. That's why Putin hired you. Anyway, he wants to return that property. That just pisses me off. It tells you right where he is. But anyway, whilst we're discussing the orange asshole and all of his tweets and all that, what else is going on? Well, Paul Ryan's trying to push that shit through the House there, trying to get rid of Dodd-Frank. Now, Dodd-Frank was putting the law there to protect consumers from being screwed over by big banks. Well, that's a pretty good law. No, Trump don't think so. Trump don't think so at all. Neither does Ryan. It interferes with the profit making. Cuts down on how much money they're getting. Because they don't want a Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. They don't want that because that protects consumers. And in the time that bureau has been active, they've regained $29 billion and returned it to 29. No, 12, I'm sorry, I hit it right. 12 million people. 12 million people have had $29 billion returned to them by crooked bankers from deceptive practices. And that law that they're trying to cut down will no longer have to act in the best interest. The bank won't have to act in your best interest. No, they can screw you over in a heartbeat. It doesn't matter because the profit is theirs, not yours. You want to invest your money, tough shit. If you just, you pick the wrong guy, he takes all your money. There's not a damn thing you can do about it. Well, Dodd-Frank says there is, but Ryan wants to get rid of it. And that's what's happening now. That's that backdoor shit. That's that shit that's going on behind the scenes while we all pay attention to Comey and the Russia and all that. They're going to try to do as much damage to this country as they possibly can. It's a Republican thing. They like doing that shit. What's going on in Texas? Well, I'm glad you asked that question because my governor, Greg Abbott, yep, Mr. God himself, is calling a special session of the Texas Senate. Special session. Why? Because it's an important issue, man. We got to get this through. This has to be done now. We have to call these lawmakers back into the Texas Senate to take care of the transgender bathroom bill. What? Are you shitting me? You Greg Abbott, you little tiny scum-sucking, you're going to call a special session just to push your transgender bathroom bill? I have never seen a story in the news that concerned a transgender attack on anybody, you moron. That's the problem with these religious nut jobs, is they think that the transgender has everything to do with sex and they're going to sneak in the bathroom and molest your child. They have no idea what transgender means. It's just a sex thing with them. Sexual identity, sexual preference, anything to do with sex, they're after your ass. The biggest hypocrites you've ever seen. We prove it over and over and over when we catch them in motels room with little boys or some shit like that. You think people ain't hiring hookers and all that stuff in their spare time? They're politicians. They got lots of time. They can do that shit. But anyway, we got to be concerned with the transgender bathroom bill. Jesus, and this is Pride Month. This is Gay Pride Month. Even Rex Tillerson came out and said something about Pride Month, the LGBT community. I haven't heard Donald Trump say anything. Have you? Have you ever heard President Tiny Dick say anything? No. He ain't going to say nothing because it would upset his Christian coalition out there. The Christian right that he was talking to yesterday, saying that they're under, attack by I guess by LGBT community. I don't know. They're crazy as shit. And it just shows you where our president is. He does not care about the earth. He doesn't care about your freedoms. He doesn't care about squat except making money. That's why that Dodd-Frank's in there. That makes money for them. They can steal more money. That they're interested in. Gay Pride Month? He ain't going to say nothing because he doesn't consider gay people to be real Americans, as Eric Trump says. They're not part of the real America. Kiss off, you little weasel. He's out there tweeting too, trying to support his daddy. Boy, howdy shit. Just turds of a feather. That's all I can think of. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to Colleen Milks. She's from Chandler, Arizona, and she sent me a little card, and I appreciate that, dear. Had a little donation in there. for me to buy a bottle of champagne. Me and Mama are going to discuss the what champagne we want to get when we want to pop when this asshole gets out of office. So, Colleen, I appreciate that very much. And I got a package in the mail from Janet Barber. She's from Kashmir, Washington, which is about 20 miles from Winnetachee, Washington. And in Winnetachee, they make this candy. It's applets and cutlets. And they've been making it there ever since 1920. She grew up there as a child, visited this place when she was a kid, and let me tell you folks, I can't remember when I had a better piece of candy in my life. I swear these things they're habit forming, they're addictive. Me and my wife, my kids are all sitting there, and I'm looking at them saying, hey, well, slow down there, that's mine. I share, but man, that's good candy, and we want to thank Janet for sending it to us. The whole family is enjoying it. And what else going on? Not much. There's plenty to talk about, plenty to keep us busy. Had that road trouble, out on the road. My son's girlfriend snapped a picture of me with a cigarette in my mouth. Yes, I smoke. I am trying to quit. It's very high on my list, and it's not easy. I've been smoking all my life ever since I was a young teenager. But I've got to quit, and I know it. But I don't want y'all getting in a fuss with each other out there over my habits. I've got bad habits, and I don't know who doesn't. Anyway, trying to cure them all the time. Anyway, I just want y'all to stay friends with each other. I don't want no pissing going back and forth about, like I said, my bad habits or anything like that. We are a family. We're trying to grow this family every day. And in that same thing, I saw comments going back and forth with conversations y'all have. And that is what just really tickles me to death, is anytime I see somebody reaching out to somebody else on our group. And it just fosters a better atmosphere of support for each other. And I appreciate that. Anyway, I hope y'all have a good weekend. It's time for one. I need one, I guarantee you. So y'all relax, enjoy yourselves. We'll be here tomorrow to pump up your day a little bit and see what we can find out in tomorrow's news. In the meantime, relax and enjoy yourself. Write your congressman, write your senator, stand in the streets when you can. Try to grab a Republican every once in a while and turn his head over there and say, look at what an asshole y'all have. Y'all need to get him out of there. Anyway, y'all keep doing that shit. So we'll see y'all tomorrow, and we'll have some more to talk about. Bye.